Everyone, I wanted to do a discussion video today. There's been a lot of booktube drama lately that apparently I've managed to miss, which is kind of nice because I don't like the ugly side of life and I don't understand the need for people to bring other people down to make themselves feel better. I just think that's pathetic. But one of the things that's sort of vaguely mentioned in this latest drama was the book haul video. So I want to discuss book haul videos. I have nothing against book haul videos. I find them absolutely fascinating, seeing what people have picked up, and I really like to know why they've picked up the books as well. So if people could tell me, you know, what I picked up such and such books because I heard it was such a good idea, or I really like the character in the previous one. Those kind of reasons why you've picked up these books would be lovely to know, because then I might want to go and pick up those books as well. So this is my book haul over the last couple of months, and I'm going to justify it. The Ember Blade is actually my husband's and I's book. We heard this was coming out by Chris Wooding. We've read lots of stuff by Chris Wooding. We really like his writing, and this is the start of a new fantasy series. It's a nice thick book. It's our bedtime book. That's going to last us months. Part of Your World was a spur-of-the-moment buy. It was sat on the supermarket shelf along with a whole pile of other ones, and it's like, well, I haven't got this one, I'll pick it up. Mirage was on my radar, but it came in my Fairy Loot box last month. Really happy. Muse and Nightmares came out this month. I think it's this month, October. I loved Stranger Dreaming last year. This was totally on my radar to buy, and I wanted to buy the hardback copy with the sprayed edges so it would just match its partner. And then two comics, one Xena and one Poe Dameron. That's my haul this month. All, as far as I'm aware, totally justifiable reasons for buying these books. And I'm not ashamed of buying these books. I'm not ashamed of the fact that I do go out and I will occasionally splurge and buy a whole pile of books, and other months I will barely get anything. For me, it's not a big deal one way or another how much I spend on my books, where they come from, whether they are brand new or from the charity shop. I mean, who's going to pass off a complete series of books when they're £2 each? No one. I defy you. And then also library books. I do library hauls, or I used to at least. But I will borrow books from my library and I will say, look, I've borrowed this book from my library, I bought this book from my library. And I am really chuffed that I can use my libraries and do this, and also support the author's writing. Because here in the UK, authors get a small little donation every time their book is borrowed from the library, which I think is great. So for trolls, and I'm going to call them trolls, to get up in arms about people showing their book haul videos as though it's kind of like some justification of how big a book reader and book lover they are by the size of their book haul, they're totally missing the point. That's not why we do a book haul video. Anyway, I don't, and I'm sure most people I watch out there don't do it. We do book haul videos to show other people what is out there, what's come out this month, what you've seen that's caught your eye, what you think is a good buy this month, you know, that you found a bargain this month. Who doesn't show off their bargains? Go for it. And to me, the size of your book collection doesn't justify how much of a book lover and book reader you are. You may only have 2 books in your entire possession. That still makes you a book lover. Because you still go out and read stories, you still consume books in whatever way, shape or form, whether that be on your Kindle, audiobook, via your library, through the charity shops, or buying books and passing them on to other people. You're still a book lover, even if you've only got 2 books. Doesn't matter. And conversely, if you've got thousands of books, like we do in our house, it doesn't make you any more of a book lover. You're just fortunate enough, as we are, to have the space to hang on to all the books that you love, to be able to thin out the books that you don't love and pass on. We have done that. And also to have this history of book collection. One of the things I would like to point out is my husband and I have both separately been collecting books since we were about 13. And so our book collections were already pretty established before we met. And then we met, and it turned out there were only 2 books that we both had a copy of. That was pretty impressive considering how many books we had. And so our book collection instantly, overnight, became massive. Now we have steadily added to it, completing series. He collects Star Wars, I collect Doctor Who, so those book series have grown. And actually, my Doctor Who series has recently shrunk because I've decided to get rid of the ones that I'm not reading anymore. I actually passed them on to a friend who is collecting them and will be reading them. So I've read them. You're welcome to have them. I don't want them anymore. I'm not going to reread them. But, you know, our series that weren't complete when we got together have been completed. The Discworld collection wasn't complete when we met up. It unfortunately now is. But it's things like that. And then we've also discovered new loves together. The Expanse series, that is now a must-buy pickup because we enjoy it so much. The Tales of the Ketty J series only got bought because we couldn't get book 3 in our local library. And then it's like, well, we brought book 3. We might as well finish. It's only a 4-book set. We'll get the rest of them because we really, really liked them and we will reread them. So there are lots of reasons for people to buy books, to collect books, and to keep books. It's not a showing off thing. It's much more personal than that. It's a reflection of our tastes throughout time. You know, I have looked through some of my older books and gone, I'm never going to reread this. I don't want this anymore. Or actually, I don't enjoy that anymore. The Northern Lights series by Philip Pullman, I actually donated to a charity shop because there was no way I was going to reread it. That's 3 books from my teenage years gone. But I've got many, many books from my childhood that I still have. And there are other books from my childhood that have gone missing over the years through house moves. They've just vanished in that mysterious gremlin's ether that things disappear into. And for me, it's kind of frustrating because I can't get my hands on that copy anymore. I don't want a reprinted, updated edition of Enid Blyton. I want those original books that I had, and trying to find them is nigh on impossible. So when I do find them, I will pick them up for the nostalgic aspect. But for a troll to come along and have a go at someone because they've done this book haul video every month, and it's like, no, you have no right to do that. You have no right to criticise someone for buying books, for collecting books, or not collecting books. We're all individuals. We all have our own way of expressing our love and passion for books. Some of us collect books. Some of us don't collect books. Some of us will go out every month and buy loads of books. Some of us will only go and buy a couple of books or no books. We're all book lovers. We're all readers of books. We're all passionate about books. We just show it in different ways. And I think to be judged by someone else, a complete stranger, is wrong. It's always wrong. But to do this judgment based on your bookcases, based on your book hauls, no, sorry, you ain't got a leg to stand on. I don't care if a booktuber stands in front of a bare wall. I don't care if they sit in front of a massive bookcase. You know, I am listening to what they are saying. I might also be looking at the books in the background. I might be looking at the pictures in your background. But I am listening to what you're saying. That for me is important. When I look at your book haul, like I say, I want to know why you picked up those books, because I might be interested in picking up those books. For me, that's an important part of the book haul, you know. When you give a synopsis of a book you picked up, actually, that sounds interesting. I might want to pick that book up because that sounds an interesting read for me. That sounds like something I might like. Or I go to the library and borrow it because, you know, funds might be tight that month. But I may get around to buying it another time. This is why I watch book haul videos, because it informs me. I can't be aware of every single book that comes out every month. If you think about how many books come out in a week alone, it's insane. You can't keep up with it all. So a great way to find out what is coming out is watching book haul videos, because it instantly tells you these books came out this month. Wow, what did I miss out on? I didn't know that was coming out. Really? There's a sequel to that? All these things suddenly flag up for you because of a book haul video. And I think that's great. So yeah, so if you're feeling down because you feel someone is judging you by the size of your book haul, or the lack of books in your videos, or the lack of books you own, do not feel down. You are still a book lover. You are still a passionate person about books. You still read books. And that's all that matters. Don't let someone else dictate how you show your book love. You do it your way and be proud of it, because it makes you unique. And I don't care, because I'm still listening to what you're saying. There we go. Wow, look at that. I did a rant video. That's a thirst. Does that mean I can have a drink of tea now? Anyway, if you want to leave some comments down below, again, please, keep it nice. Civilised world here. But yeah, feel free, leave comments below. You can also find me in the description box down below, book blog, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. Feel free, come and say hi, that'd be great. And let me know, what did you think? As always, thank you very much for watching, and happy reading.